So now we are live. Let's start with it.
Let's wait for another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
People are still joining in.
Okay. Let's. Let's do the gallery view. Have you changed it to gallery view?
Yeah. We are at gallery.
Okay. So we're starting. Motherhood is a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful experience. But ये definitely ज़रूरी नहीं है कि everyone and everybody wants to be a mom the day they are married. So ladies, let's control. So ladies, it's important we take control of our own bodies and own lives, to be or not to be, and when to be pregnant.
That's true. And did you know that way back in 1927, it was a Marathi magazine in which a gentleman named Mr. Raghunath Dhonde Karve, he was the first person who started talking about the usage of contraceptives and how important it was to avoid any unwanted pregnancies and any induced abortion. He was at that time opposed by none other than Mr. M.K. Gandhi. But he stood his ground because he said this is the only way women can get control of their body. However, it is ironical that even after 90 years, almost just 58% of women in India, they actually know about contraceptives or they use it. And not more than 13%, not more than just 13% of that 58% actually know that there are better options available today. They're still stuck with malady or sterilization, which is worse. Hello and welcome to the second episode of Keshu Mom's Let's Talk. And today it's going to be all about female contraceptives.
And today we are in conversation with Dr. Rabjot Kaur, who's an obs gynecologist from Umkal Hospital, and Dr. Sonal Dikshit, our fertility expert from Dhanvantari Hospital. So welcome, doctors, and thank you for your precious time. So let's hope this episode would be quite an educative and informative one for our viewers. So before we start on to our questions, let's just take a brief about what are contraceptives.
Okay, to start with, contraception is an intentional prevention of pregnancy. As in pregnancy को रोकने के लिए, something that we do intentionally, which can be any devices, any medicines, practices, or any kind of surgery. All of that is called contraception or Garbh Nirogh, how we say it. So it is very important to tell people, especially women, how they can take control over their bodies, have their decisions in life. So with it, we're going to explain everything about the questions near about.
Okay, yeah. So when it comes to female contraceptives, does women come specially to you to discuss about it? Or do they club their visits with the other problems and other genres?
See, because women have started, like, they are more educated, and obviously they are working moms and they are working women. So mostly they come to me that they want to use contraceptive to plan their family and all. But mostly what happens that जब ये गलती हो जाती है, like गलती हो गई, unwanted pregnancy हो गई, वो एग्जैक्टली टाइम होता है जब उनकी आंखें खुलती है, नहीं अब मुझे मैडम के पास जाना है, एंड एक्चुअली तब वो कहते हैं मैम अब मुझे जो है आप प्लीज कोई ऐसा कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन बताइए जिससे जो है आगे ऐसी गलती ना हो। तो हमें यही देखना है कि गलती इतनी ज्यादा जब लोग कर रहे हैं ऑलरेडी और तब आ रहे हैं, तो हमें इस चीज को और एजुकेशनल व्यू में, तभी ये शायद लाइव चैट है और वन ऑफ द लाइव चैट है जो कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन के बारे में बात कर रहा है, तो दैट इज रियली गुड ऑफ यू पीपल टू मींस द टॉपिक एंड ऑल इज रियली गुड।
And still you
What?
guys at this point of also like women are not really open about it?
They are open about it, but they are too busy to, you know, cater to this topic of contraception. मतलब ये एक आखिरी काम है जो उनको करना है।
Yeah.
Also, Dr. Sonal, I feel in some ways, you know, especially जो small towns होते हैं, वहाँ पे a visit to gynecology is very rare. Like to a gynecologist is very rare. It's only like if you have some trouble or some, you know, issue. Otherwise, आप नहीं जाओगे. And mostly जो gynecologist होती है, she will end up being your mom's gynecologist or your mom-in-law's gynecologist. And if you are married and you go there and you say, ma'am, contraceptives, so सबसे पहले, you know, they'll just call up at your house and they'll say, oh, they are not planning to have a baby.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you both of you actually.
तो देखिए इस चीज में बहुत सारे मिथ्स हैं और ऑलरेडी वुमेन जो है, क्योंकि अब मदर इन लॉ नहीं चाह रही है कि कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन यूज हो, तो फिर जो वुमेन है उससे भी लगता है कि अगर मैं जाऊंगी और पकड़ी जाऊंगी और somehow, but actually gynecologist को ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए कि अगर कोई आ रहा है तो that they have to maintain the secrecy of that patient. ये हमारी हिपोक्रेटिक ओथ में भी होता है कि हमें अपने पेशेंट की सिक्रेसी जो है मेंटेन करके रखनी पड़ेगी। तो ये जो ट्रस्ट है हमें बिल्ड करना चाहिए, अपने पेशेंट और डॉक्टर के बीच का जो ट्रस्ट है वो बहुत वैल्यूएबल होता है ऐसी सिचुएशंस।
Okay, so I remember when we were growing up in the 90s, so the government of India had taken family planning very seriously. और मुझे याद है दूरदर्शन पे 2-3 ही ads आते थे, and they used to be either about Mala D or they used to be Copper Tea. और मुझे लगता है कि जो हमारी जनरेशन है, हम लोगों का कहीं ना कहीं कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव्स को लेके जितनी भी नॉलेज है, it is just about pills. We don't know anything beyond that. So I would really request if you can, you know, shed some light on the present and the future.
So our field of medicine has always been changing, and constantly there's a lot of work that gets into it. So by that time, during 90s, there was this government scheme that was a way of controlling the population. So the condoms and the pills like Mala D and Mala N, they were provided through this channel free of cost. So anybody who could go to a government hospital could visit the gynecologist and they would take it for free. But in changing times, you know, we've been working over the salts and everything, and there've been a lot of companies working over it. So we've come to a point where the generations of the medicines also have been changing. So that time we were giving generation 1, which had a little more of side effects or maybe less of education towards contraception, and now we are giving like the generation 3 and 4 kind of drugs. So, and also with it there have been number of things like injectable implants, like those were popular in that time and during West, but the availability here was an issue. So all of this came down to in the 90s that they were left with hardly the options for pills or using condom. So now it has changed. Now things have constantly been changing. Now there are a portion of women who understand that this is important. So yes, they do come to us, but still, like largely, almost like 80% of the females, they always put it aside. So like Sonal rightly said, that they come to us when after all the options have already run out. So I'd always recommend to go to a gynecologist. They will always give you the newer drugs, explain, counsel, and educate, and maybe motivate so that the usage increases. So we've come a very long way from the 90s to what we are now here in contraception.
Okay. So like now we are like clear, contraceptions are there in the market, but I think clearly needs are different. Let's just simplify it for your viewers. Like जो family plan करना चाहते हैं and जो family plan कर चुके हैं, I'm sure the objectives are different, so choices would be different. So can you like put some light on it?
And जो family plan already, मतलब फैमिली उनको अभी प्लान करनी है, अभी उनको और भी बेबीज चाहिए, तो ऐसे में हमें टेम्पोरेरी कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव जो है यूज करने हैं। मतलब हम जब वो कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन यूज करना, कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव यूज करना बंद भी कर देंगे, तब हमारी फर्टिलिटी जो है वापस आ जाए, मतलब हम नेक्स्ट बेबी कर पाए। तो ऐसे कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव में नंबर 1 जो आता है वो आता है ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल्स। अब पिल्स बहुत तरीके की मार्केट में अवेलेबल है, मतलब मेन जो ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल्स में जो नोटोरियस ड्रग है वो है ईस्ट्रोजन। तो सब जो है बहुत ईस्ट्रोजन से डरते हैं और बहुत सारे मिथ्स होते हैं कि कैंसर हो जाएगा ईस्ट्रोजन से, और मैं पिल्स लूंगी तो कैंसर हो जाएगा, या फिर हमारा पीरियड ज्यादा आएगा कम आएगा। पर ये जानना जरूरी है कि ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल जो है इस समय लो डोज आती हैं और वेरी लो डोज भी आती हैं, तो ये एक्चुअली सेफ हो गई हैं और लंबे ड्यूरेशन तक हम ले भी सकते हैं ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल्स को। लेना कैसे है इनको, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। मतलब हमें जब पीरियड स्टार्ट होता है, पीरियड के फर्स्ट या सेकेंड डे ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल का जो पैकेट आता है वो स्टार्ट कर देना है। अगर हमने मान लीजिए लेट स्टार्ट किया तो फिर ऑलरेडी हमारा जो एग बनना है वो स्टार्ट हो गया डे 1 पे, तो एग अगर बनना स्टार्ट हो गया तो हम ओसीपी ले भी रहे हैं तब भी वो एग जो है बनेगा एंड द पेशेंट कैन फॉल प्रेग्नेंट। तो हमें जो है फर्स्ट या सेकेंड डे स्टार्ट कर देना है ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल। तो बहुत सी वुमेन आती हैं जो कि डे 5th में हमने मैम स्टार्ट किया था, डे 6th पे स्टार्ट किया था पैकेट, और फिर भी हम प्रेग्नेंट हो गए। तो ये उनका जो टाइमिंग है जो स्टार्ट करने का, ये बहुत कॉमन मिस्टेक है जो लोग करते हैं, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली ओवर द काउंटर मिलती है ये ड्रग्स और लोग गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट के पास नहीं जाते हैं, तो उनको प्रॉपर पता भी नहीं रहता है। तो डे 1 या डे 2 पे स्टार्ट करें एंड दे कैन, जब खत्म हो फिर जब डे 1 पीरियड हो, डे 2 पीरियड हो, फिर स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। तो इसको लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन में ले सकते हैं। ब्रेस्ट कैंसर का रिस्क होता है, पर इन केस अगर वुमेन पूरी तरह से हेल्दी, आई मीन शी इज गोइंग टू जिम, योगा कर रही है, एरोबिक्स कर रही है, हेल्दी डाइट ले रही है, ऑलरेडी कोई उसको डिजीज नहीं है, तो ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल्स उनके लिए बहुत सेफ है ना। और दूसरी चीज ये प्रोटेक्टिव भी होती हैं, एंडोमेट्रियल कैंसर को प्रोटेक्ट करती हैं, 50% चांसेस रिड्यूस करती है एंडोमेट्रियल कैंसर के लिए, और ओवेरियन कैंसर के भी 40% ये चांसेस रिड्यूस कर देती है। तो ये बहुत ज्यादा प्रोटेक्टिव है और वेरी लो डोज जो है वो तो ऑलरेडी उसके कोई साइड इफेक्ट्स भी नहीं है मार्केट में। सेकेंड चीज जो हम यूज करते हैं वो है IUCDs, इंट्रा यूट्राइन डिवाइसेस, जो है मल्टी लोड्स हो गए, कॉपर टी हो गया। अब इसके साथ मिथ होता है मैम कि मैं ये डलवा रही हूँ तो मुझे इन्फेक्शन हो जाएगा, जो IUCD है, इन्फेक्शन होगा या दर्द होगा जब मैं डलवाऊंगी, फिर ये कितने ईयर्स तक होगा। तो ये डिफरेंट ईयर तक हमको कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव प्रोवाइड करती हैं जो IUCDs है। 3 ईयर की भी आती हैं, मतलब आपने एक बार डलवाया 3 साल तक आप फ्री, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। 5 ईयर्स की आती है, एक बार आपने यूट्रस में डलवाया 5 ईयर्स के लिए आप फ्री, एक बार आपने यूट्रस में डलवाया 10 ईयर्स के लिए आप फ्री। तो ये बहुत सेफ है। आपको जितने साल बाद नेक्स्ट बेबी करना है आप उतने साल बाद ये IUCD निकलवाइए और अपना बेबी प्लान करिए। मेनली जब हम IUCD डाल रहे हैं यूट्रस के अंदर तो पहले से इन्फेक्शन नहीं होना चाहिए, बस एक ये पॉइंट इंपॉर्टेंट है। ये ऑलरेडी उन वुमेन को सूट नहीं करती जिसके PID है, पहले से इन्फेक्शन है यूट्रस में और उन्होंने IUCD डलवा ली है ना। पहले कॉपर टी आती थी, कॉपर टी का बहुत ज्यादा रेट था, अनएक्सेप्टेंस का, बहुत ब्लीडिंग होती थी, पर आजकल मल्टी लोड आ गए और हार्मोनल LNG-20 मिरेना वगैरह आ गए, तो इसमें क्या होता है कि ब्लीडिंग भी बहुत कम होती है।
And here, if we talk about Mirena is a device which is actually not which does not give metal ions in it. It has a medicine, it has a hormonal medicine, which is almost like copper tea. So that's how we insert. It's simple. It's an OPD procedure. And during this, we have to take precautions. It's as simple that you visit your gynecologist, and they will of course explain you sare advantages, iske disadvantages, and this can be used till 5 years. So the whole rationale is ki that medicine dheere dheere secretes, and वो एक जहाँ पर baby attach होता है वो एक परत नहीं बनने देते हैं. So this is the usual main difference in copper tea and हमारा Mirena. Mirena is something which is highly advanced, that they have started using it now. So and it goes on. It's totally safe and feel free that to use it till your menopause. So of course, this has least of side effects coming to that. It does not give you any misconception about weight gains or any kind of hormonal imbalance. It's totally safe. But the only thing, as you said, that isme infection nahi hona chahiye prior. So it has always, and the removal is as easy. And when we talk about further going, that किसी को already जैसे baby है and they want a proper interval, that they want to plan a second baby with the proper spacing, or maybe they feel that they're still not ready. So for them, these devices, Copper T, Mirena, they are highly recommended and very safe. But after that, you may go to, if your family is complete, you may go towards sterilization, which is a permanent method. It's actually kind of a surgery which takes 20 minutes. Of course, hospital admission is needed, and इसमें anesthesia दिया जाता है. Very simple surgery, and even under government schemes, this is done a lot of in the government hospitals. So, but they have to be considered once your family is totally complete and you're not planning a baby ahead. So more or less, these are the kind of options available. And when we talk about implants are they were highly popular in West though. Implants is a kind of a capsule, and then we just inject it subdermally. वो एक capsule हमारी elbow से, like you know, the underarm and the elbow area के बीच में is subdermally skin के नीचे apply किया जाता है. And इसको निकालने के लिए बहुत छोटा सा incision required होता है. So, but इससे थोड़ा सा allergies वगैरह ज़्यादा, and इसका थोड़ा सा failure rate is a little more than Mirena. So very popular there, but it needs a proper doctor consultation and a proper procedure. So that's why it's not very highly popular. So coming down to it, when somebody does not want to plan a pregnancy, as in शादी के just बाद, they can just take pills, and of course with it you can use condoms. But if you want a proper interval spacing, devices like Copper T, Mirena also are the options. And if your family is complete, of course, then we can go towards surgery if need be, or you can stick to Mirena as long as you want.
Yeah, Rabjot, even like right now, a few days back, I was like listening on the FM about these Dimpa. Actually, government is promoting Dimpa injections right now. So I wanted to talk about Dimpa, that Dimpa are like injections that are given 3 monthly. 3 monthly, you are supposed to take on the same date, plus minus 14 days. So what happens that you won't get pregnant for 3 months. You have to take the injection once and you are free for 3 months. And next time you can take the injection again. The problem with Dimpa that comes, I have seen in patient that there might be spotting, there might be irregular bleeding, or you know, menstrual abnormalities थोड़ी बहुत आ जाती है, और patient बहुत ज़्यादा वो worry करने लगता है कि oh God, ऐसा क्या इंजेक्शन लग गया कि मेरे को ऐसा हो रहा है कि मेरे पीरियड्स रेगुलर नहीं है. तो मैं यही बताना चाहती हूँ कि उस समय फ्यू मंथ्स के लिए ऐसा होता है, बट देन अगर रेगुलर कंटिन्यूअस यूज होता जाए उस इंजेक्शन का, तो इसमें एमेनोरिया हो जाता है, मतलब पीरियड ही नहीं आता है पेशेंट को. पर पीरियड इसका जो है 100% एफिकेसी गवर्नमेंट बोल रही है कि इस समय है डिम्पा इंजेक्शन की. सो इट इज अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन. जो लोग डरते हैं कि भाई मैं गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट के रूम में जाके स्पेकुलम एग्जामिनेशन करा के नीचे से कुछ नहीं डलवाऊंगी, तो दैट इज डिम्पा इज अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन फॉर दैम.
So my only question is, I've heard like these injections are really painful. Are these
painful? No, they are not painful. Not that painful. They are uncomfortable like other injections. Like it's not painful. You are given in on the buttock or the deltoid region. So they are not painful. Like normal injections.
Few people just feel it because I think it's an oil-based injection, that is kind of a lipid-based injection, which gives you a little slight uncomfortability, thoda sa swelling in duration in that area. But that should be resolved in like half an hour to 1 hour. So that is usually the site is a problem, or else these injections, that's why they are popular, because it's simple.
Yeah, they're simple.
Yeah.
It's something I wanted to ask you here is that, patients who have hormonal disbalance, especially the PCOD patients, I've heard from them so many times over that they feel that they cannot naturally conceive, so they don't need contraception at all. So in those cases, do they actually need contraception? And if yes, then which ones?
See, they need contraceptions. It's not like they are not going to ovulate. At some point of time, they are going to ovulate. They are going to have an egg जो कि rupture होगा और उसके बाद already उनको period आएगा. तो उस duration में उनके pregnancy के chances increase हो जाते हैं. तो PCOD में ऐसा नहीं कि मैं 100% PCOD is a contraceptive. No, PCOD is not a contraception. The OCP उसमें OCP pills कौन सी use करनी है, that is important. We are not using first generation pills या second generation pill. उसमें स्पेशली जो पिल्स होती हैं उसमें स्पाइनोलैक्टोन हो या सिस्टीलिया 35 करके आती है पिल, ये सारी पिल्स यूज करते हैं जो कि हिर्स्यूटिज्म, क्योंकि जो पीसीओडी की लेडीज उनका वेट गेन भी हो जाता है काफी, तो जिनमें स्पाइनोलैक्टोन है जो जनरेशन 4 ओसीपी है उसमें उनका वेट लॉस भी होगा, लाइक वेट गेन नहीं होगा ऑब्वियसली, प्लस जो हिर्स्यूटिज्म की बालों की प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है फेस वगैरह पे तो वो भी बहुत हद तक सॉल्व हो जाएगी. तो उसे रेगुलर उनको लेना चाहिए एक्चुअली. एंड ये यूज करने से दे माइट स्टार्ट ओवुलेटिंग आल्सो, उनकी पीसीओडी की प्रॉब्लम भी ड्यू एंड ड्यू सॉल्व भी हो सकती है.
Firstly, I want to clear this up that anybody who feels कि उनको periods नहीं आ रहे हैं तो वो pregnant नहीं हो सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. The period नहीं आने के कारण बहुत सारे हो सकते हैं. There are multiple reasons that why a female will not have periods or might have irregular periods, but that has nothing to do with pregnancy. So I feel it is highly important for people, especially who are PCOS, because they have irregular periods या फिर इतने time बाद जब तक medicine नहीं लेते हैं तब तक वो उन्हें period नहीं आता है. So then they think कि everything, the cycle is something that they can control, but trust me, I think ovulation, as rightly explained, वो कभी भी हो सकता है. So anytime just after pregnancy या फिर all this during teenage if they're not getting proper periods, but contraception, anybody who's sexually active has to consider if they do not want a baby. The bottom line says that.
Okay, so before we go on to the next question, what I really want to tell our viewers is that what we are having here today is a very healthy discussion. But please do not write down these medicines and go and take them over the counter.
True.
Please go and consult your gynecologist. Otherwise, you can consult these two lovely ladies here. We are going to definitely leave a link to them. So please do not go into self-medication again here. Okay, so coming to another question, so throughout the thing, I've been hearing about pills.
Yeah.
Now, you know, today's generation, for good or for bad, they believe in living life to the fullest. And they are also an Insta generation. And as you also said, Dr. Sonal, right in the beginning, that, you know, over-the-counter pills, the emergency pills, they're really in vogue. And, you know, so I just know the eye pills, right? And they'll just go and they'll buy it and they'll just pop it, and probably they'll pop it month after month after month. But I'm sure somewhere these pills, if, you know, if no doctor is telling them to take it, it will have some or the other adverse effect on their fertility in the long run.
See, किसी कारणवश ही उनको emergency pills बोला गया है. Emergency pill इसलिए बोला क्योंकि obviously आप कोई contraception नहीं use कर रहे हो, once in a while आपसे mistake हो गई and you take that emergency pill. But जैसे आपने emergency pill ली, उसके बाद you can have irregular menses. क्योंकि आप emergency pill, I pill is what? It's an hormone. You are taking an hormone और एक tablet उसकी ले रहे हो. So that is creating a peak in your cycle. तो अगर आप ये रेगुलरली लोगे तो एक्चुअली क्यूमुलेटिव प्रेगनेंसी रेट जो है, मतलब प्रेगनेंसी होने के चांसेस आपकी बॉडी उस चीज को एडजस्ट कर लेती है और आप एक्चुअली इमरजेंसी पिल का जो इफेक्ट है वो चला जाता है एंड यू कैन एक्चुअली गेट प्रेग्नेंट. तो क्यूमुलेटिव प्रेगनेंसी रेट जो है उसमें बढ़ जाता है और इरेगुलर मेंसेस होने के बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स वगैरह आने लगती है. तो इमरजेंसी पिल को इमरजेंसी पिल की तरह लेना चाहिए.
So, Dr. Rabjot, I just wanted to know, so if we are using female contraceptions now, so do we really need that extra protection of male contraceptions, for that matter, male condoms?
With the condoms is actually a barrier contraception. So, of course, it prevents कि baby nahi ho, but because it's a barrier, it also prevents any kind of infection, or like especially in people जिनको बहुत ज़्यादा reoccur होता है infection. So 100% compliance if we say, if a woman is using contraception as pills or maybe has a device, but still usage of condom by the male is highly recommended, because it gives other reasons like infections and all, they don't flare up. So for the healthy being, I mean, of course, one can use, and especially once you have missed out taking few pills, like kai bari ho jata hai, because the compliance in the pills is so much that every day it has to be taken. In case agar koi ek din lena bhul jata hai, they just forget taking a day, or their timings, or 2-3 days they've just skipped. So that time specifically, the usage of condom is highly recommended, and we will definitely advise it, because the rate of pregnancy, or there can be a unwanted pregnancy. So anytime they're traveling, they usually forget. So one should always keep these things handy. So using it together will never harm anybody, and it is 100% compliance, and also it literally affects the infection rate in the females. So किसी को sexually transmitted disease हो, engaging in multiple partners, or any sort of thing, I think using a condom with that always helps.
Okay, another question is, and I think lot of people have this worry. Earlier, जैसे हमारे बुजुर्ग बोलते थे कि the minute you get married, quickly plan your baby, be done with it, नहीं तो बाद में बहुत problems आ जाती हैं. But now, increasingly, the trend has become that, the youngsters are not getting married before 28, 29. Then, of course, they're not planning a baby till they're, say, 33, 34. So somewhere our biological age is increasing, right? And then we are using these contraceptions. And as you said, that some of them do have side effects, and they could, have an effect on our health. So then are we jeopardizing our family planning here somewhere? Because the biological age is up, there are side effects. So what is your advice in that?
See, actually ये reality है कि जब late हम pregnancy plan करते हैं, तो उसी हिसाब से हमारी body old होती है, plus हमारी जो ovaries के content है, जो follicles हैं, वो भी age wise जो है old होते हैं, तो हमारी pregnancy की rate ऐसी हमें infertility होने के chances हो जाते हैं higher age group पे. तो ऐसे लोगों को जल्दी जो है फर्टिलिटी अपनी प्लान करके, फैमिली प्लानिंग करके, उसके बाद कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन यूज करना चाहिए. एक्चुअली अगर आप देखो कि इनफर्टिलिटी के रेट्स कितने बढ़ गए, देयर आर सो मेनी पेशेंट्स ऑफ इनफर्टिलिटी राइट नाउ, क्योंकि उनकी ऑब्वियसली जितने भी पेशेंट्स आते हैं दे आर अबव 32, 33, 34, दे आर एजिंग, और उनको प्रेगनेंसी चाहिए, दे आर सो कि आईवीएफ करवा लो, आईयूआई करा लो, दे आर गोइंग फॉर ऑल द ऑप्शंस. तो इतना हेडेक पालने से अच्छा है दे शुड गेट मैरिड. I believe at an early age, if they find a good person, they should get settled, and then they should plan their family, and accordingly उसके बाद अपना contraception जो है use करना चाहिए. That will be the best. If you want to avoid all the this thing.
Having said that, this decision of getting married and of course is important, but the newer options in medicine that we have, they are safer than before, like how it was in their times. So it's like the side effects, they're almost negligible, or of course that depends on underlying conditions. So already किसी को PCOS है, diabetes है, so things, or hypertension है. So this will change a little bit of their course, but definitely one should lead the life like how they want, because medicine has come to that point where we can actually plan all these things already, and no longer are women just like for giving birth. They have different the career and everything, and everybody shifting to the Western lifestyle. So of course sooner they get married, because the quality of eggs of course is a lot better in their young age, after like it depletes till 40. So but just to tell the viewers that these things still side effects are really low. So what we give today is much better than from our mothers or grandmothers.
Obviously they have decreased the amount of estrogen in all the pills and everything. So they can obviously, the side effects are really less right now. With Mirena and all, it's like really good. The contraception part is really good without side effects.
So another question would be, I remember we were discussing this, Dr. Rabjot, where we were saying that, as women, especially us who want to work, and somewhere we, I mean, hats off to the women who can actually work and maintain a family at the same time and have that balance. Most of us cannot, right? Whether it's kids or whether it is family. But suppose we did know that, okay, my fertility level or percentage is high and I can still wait for another 8 years. Or if somebody, or I mean, some tests could tell us that you really need to rush in first, have babies, and then plan something else. So, is there any test or anything that can help us with that?
For knowing what, that fertility is good and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, there is. We can you can get AMH done. That will tell us the quality and the number of follicles and how good they are. So AMH test, it tells us that how much fertility you have still in you. So according to that, you can plan. AMH is the best test.
AMH has
Test
recently.
or like some like complicated one.
What?
Okay, so there are certain basic investigations that we do, which are meant for infertility. So there is a blood investigation which is called serum AMH, and that tells you the pool of eggs still left in you. So unless you go to a doctor or they counsel you about this, people usually don't know that we already have tests or blood tests which can help. So it's included in the basic investigations now. So if one can do that, of course, what the report says has a professional advice to it. Like, you can't just see that कि उसकी normal range में है and believe it कि how much time is left. So as rightly told by Sonal, I think definitely taking that test and then proceeding to a proper consultation will definitely help them. So anytime anybody has queries about this, or they have a worriness about this, or maybe they already know they have some underlying conditions, so they can definitely proceed. And we usually motivate everybody to get these tests done and know about it, so they can plan their family or career or all of that likewise.
So, according to World Health Organization study, from 36 countries found that 1/3 of women who are sexually active, who wish to delay or limit their childbearing, stopped using contraceptions just because of fear of side effects, or probably health issues, or maybe some myths around it. So I think we have got quite a lot of information about the contraceptives now. So let's just burst some myths also. So our globally, 4 million women have unintended pregnancies annually, and that could be avoided if women uses these modern method of contraceptives. So let's go on to the myths. Our first myth, it's a universal myth: pills se weight बढ़ता है.
I would like to talk about it because whenever at practice we get these patients who are asking about pills, and they have contraceptive and non-contraceptive uses as well. So जिनके periods delay है या उनको time पे नहीं आते हैं, we use these pills for them also to regulate that. So in our practice we use these pills a lot. So everybody who comes to us has something in the mind which they say that इससे weight बढ़ता है. And or they will come up and say ki I had a drastic weight, I increased like 8 kgs, 10 kgs, but to clear it for once and for all, that these side effect, there is no side effect of these pills, there is no weight gain. In case if anybody has a little bit of weight gain, it's maybe because of the underlying disease कि उनको already PCOS है, so वो pills की वजह से नहीं है, firstly वो disease की वजह से है, or they have diabetes or any underlying disease, and secondly once they start using this pill, इसका action comes out where there's a little water retention in the body. So because of the fluid retention, the weight usually on scale they will see a little more, but that is not fat. And also even if they with this fluid retention, whenever they will see the scale, it will always be maybe a kg in 2 or 3 months. You cannot put a drastic weight like 8, 6, 10 kgs to the pills. So this is not a magical pill that will just, help you just maintain your fertility or your periods or this contraception, and also give you weight loss. But yes, with this, usually who we give our PCOS, जिनका already weight gaining tendency बहुत होता है. So with it, when you're following a proper diet or health and proper exercising, so weight will be taken care with that. But once and for all, ये जो हमारी आजकल drugs जो हम देते हैं, like for the pills that we give, like generation 3, 4, इसके अंदर salts होते हैं that help you with your acne and with your thinning of hair and especially periods. They do not give you any weight gain. That is like myth busted for once and for all.
And what about like stopping of pills? If we like stop the pills and kuch baby hone mein, like pregnancy mein, that fertility, is there any kind of a issue related after?
Yeah, that depends on आपने कौन सा, what have you chosen as your way of contraception. So if you have a device like Copper T already or Mirena, the reversibility to fertility is just point on that time. So you might even ovulate the next month, as in the time when you take that thing out, take Copper T out, you might get that reversal of infertility in just a month. But like if you're using pills and you're planning a pregnancy, it might take a month or two usually, and that is a minimum time, or maximum like 3 to 4 months. So the patients for 3 to 4 months to get back to fertile this thing is very important. So it's not like कि एक बार stop कर देते हो तो baby नहीं हो सकता, definitely, but it takes time, might or might not. For few people it can just have another you might ovulate next month, but it might take time. That is but all these things are reversible, as in they are temporary contraception, as in when you stop using them you go back to your fertile being.
Just to think, there's one more myth attached to this Copper T and Mirena. Like device like Copper Ts and Mirenas can affect sexual intimacy between the partners. Does like
so,
is it?
This is the biggest myth, और बहुत लोगों को ये myth होता है. Actually लोगों को पता नहीं होता जो ये intrauterine device है, it's just kept inside the uterus, not outside the uterus. और coitus inside the uterus नहीं हो रहा है. There's a small string जो बाहर आती है, जो कि actually feel भी नहीं होती है during coitus. तो ऐसा कुछ भी problem नहीं आती, ना husband को problem आती है, ना wife को problem आती है अगर IUCD inserted है patient के properly. तो ऐसी कोई भी problem नहीं आती है.
So like just after the delivery, women believe that they cannot conceive because they are lactating. Is it true? Because we see the gap is like quite less in between two kids. So I think accidents do happen like that.
Actually there is something called LAM, lactational amenorrhea method, जो कि बहुत commonly Catholics जो है वो use करते हैं इसको, lactational amenorrhea method. इसमें क्या होता है कि जब मदर जो है बेबी को खूब ब्रेस्ट फीड कराती है, खूब मतलब 85% जो है वो अपना मिल्क पिला रही है और बाहर का कुछ नहीं दे रही है. तो अगर वो रेगुलरली एक रिदमिक साइकिल में रोज पिला रही है और अपना मिल्क पिला रही है तो ओव्यूलेशन नहीं होता है. बट ये सिर्फ 6 मंथ्स तक ट्रू है, और 6 मंथ तक भी 2% इसके फेलियर रेट है, क्योंकि आपको पता नहीं कब आप किस दिन आपका मन नहीं करा चलो आज मैं कहीं जा रही हूँ एंड लेट द बेबी हैव द फॉर्मूला मिल्क, तो यू कैन ओवुलेट इन दैट साइकिल. तो ये बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स है और इसका 2% फेलियर रेट भी है 6 मंथ्स में. तो एक्चुअली हमें जब पहला पीरियड आ जाता है प्रेगनेंसी, जैसे आपकी डिलीवरी हो गई उसके बाद पहला पीरियड आ गया है, तो फिर हमको कोई ना कोई कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन यूज करना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ लैक्टेशन कर रहे हैं और पीरियड्स नहीं आ रहे हैं तो हमें प्रेगनेंसी, जैसे डॉक्टर अवजोत ने बोला कि लोगों को ये मिथ रहता है कि हमें पीरियड्स नहीं आ रहे तो क्या कहते हैं हमको प्रेगनेंसी भी नहीं हो सकती. तो ये एक मिथ है और ओवुलेशन बिना पीरियड्स के भी होता है. तो दैट थिंग वी शुड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर.
Okay, so we go on to the viewers' questions. Charu will take over from here.
Okay, there's a very interesting question actually, and I think a lot of Indian women must be going through this. So there's a woman who says that I already have 2 kids, and while I'm sure I don't want any more kids, my husband and my in-laws insist that we need more. So is there seek contraceptive that I can go in for, that none of my family members can get to know about?
Yeah, she can actually. It's her body, and she can go with multi-load. They will never know that they have a multi-load inserted. Only she and her gynecologist will know about it. She can get a 10-year multi-load. So she has to visit her gynecologist on day 1 or day 2 of the cycle and get this inserted for 10 years. So she should go after 10 years to get it removed and reinsert it at the same time only. So during that 10 years, she has to only visit the gynecologist twice. So she can actually go. Yeah.
Usually, this is the question which a lot of patients come with, that they want to keep it discreet. First of all, as in, it's our duty as doctors to keep that information discreet. And secondly, with multi-loads, copper T, Mirena is also an option, which copper T is a little less expensive technique, Mirena, as per that, because the device is a little expensive than copper T. So that choice is between the gynecologist and the patient and the whereabouts. So definitely she should not.
Actually, I was thinking that was like she wanted a long-term contraceptive and all. She cannot go for like surgical procedure. So multi-load will be for 5 years only, or multi-load will be for 10 years, and LNG IUS will be only for 5 years.
5 years. Yes.
So better if she visits the gynecologist after 10 years.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I hope the viewer is happy with the answer. There's another woman, she writes that I've had 2 abortions already. And prior to that, I had a copper T. But she keeps getting UTI very often. And she's taken the copper T out because of that. And after that, she's had 2 abortions. So she says, is Mirena a good option for me now?
Copper T, as I told, there is copper in that device. So, where I simplify for the viewers, it is pro-inflammatory, as in pro-swelling. So, in case if there was an infection already, it does not help to control it. So it flares up because when we put it in the infectious times or in the condition, definitely it flares up. And this the copper does not control it. So that's why Mirena was also considered as an option. So definitely she should go to the gynae first and take an antibiotic course, so that and proper test maybe about it, and definitely consider Mirena as an option, because Mirena it does not have metal ions. It has a medicine which is hormonal medicine, which releases very slowly every day. So definitely it does not help the infection to grow, in fact controls it. So anybody who has had a bad experience with copper T can definitely go for Mirena, but always keeping in mind that this, for the reproductive age, which is till 40, 45, this is for 5 years. So every 5 years, they will have to change. So better take the treatment and then go for Mirena.
Just a small thing in between. Sorry to this thing button. Actually, I have got my Mirena done. So my only concern always, like coming from dadis and moms, periods are important. So right now I get very scanty ones. So is it something like bad for my body or my hormones, or is it some ill effects are happening in my body, side effects?
Mirena is actually inside the uterus. So it is a localized effect. It's affecting your uterus. It's not affecting anywhere else. That's why we are putting the hormone in that, device, so that the hormone acts inside the uterus. And it's good you are getting less period. You might get amenorrhea after 1 year or 2 years. So it is actually good because you will have higher hemoglobin and you have a lot of energy. So लोगों को ये जनरली होता है, स्पेशली दादी को, और के रेगुलर पीरियड्स होने चाहिए अच्छे से, सारी गंदगी निकल जानी चाहिए, ये थोड़ा सा रहता है. बट ये एक कुछ गंदगी नहीं है. इट इज जस्ट एंडोमेट्रियम. इट्स जस्ट एंडोमेट्रियम. इट्स नॉट बैड ब्लड के पूरा ब्लड निकलना चाहिए. सो जो आपका एंडोमेट्रियम ग्रो हो रहा है, जब आपने मिरेना अंदर डाला है, जो एंडोमेट्रियम अंदर ग्रो हो रहा है, वही बहुत थोड़ा सा ग्रो हो रहा है. तो जितना थोड़ा सा ग्रो हो रहा है, उतना ही थोड़ा सा तो निकलेगा. सो वी शुड रिमेम्बर दैट. Okay.
Also in females, to some point of time, it helps to prevent anemia, as in जिनका थोड़ा सा hemoglobin कम है. So for those people, it's actually good that they have a little less blood loss, because the quality of life, as generally, it kind of increases, and the hemoglobin never fluctuates with that. So वो जो परत जो होती है बच्चेदानी में, like in the uterus, that Mirena does not contribute it to grow. So when there is no this thing to shed out, so that's why the period is less, but there is nothing to worry about it.
Okay, another question is that taking contraceptives causes mood swings. What do we do, or is there a better contraceptive that does not cause mood swings?
See, this is one of the side effects of estrogen in the contraceptive pills. तो हम कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल में जो ईस्ट्रोजन है उसका डोज जो है कम करके, जो भी वो ओसीपी ले रही है उससे लो डोज आता होगा, वो वेरी लो डोज आता होगा. इन केस अगर वो वेरी लो डोज पे भी उसको मूड स्विंग्स हो रहा है, तो फिर देन शी शुड ऑप्ट फॉर बहुत ज्यादा मूड स्विंग्स है, देन शी ऑप्ट फॉर अदर कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव रेदर देन हार्मोनल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव. क्योंकि ईस्ट्रोजन और प्रोजेस्टेरोन ये दो ड्रग्स तो रहेंगे ही रहेंगे. दैट इज व्हाट इज मेकिंग ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल्स. तो अगर वो वेरी वेरी लो डोज ऑलरेडी ले रही है ईस्ट्रोजन की, वो अपने गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट के पास जाए, उनसे पूछे कि इससे भी लो डोज एक्चुअली आती है कि नहीं आती है, एंड शी राइट्स इट डाउन, देन शी शुड ट्राई इट. और अगर नहीं आती है, then she should opt for other contraception.
Maybe she can go in for a IUD or a Mirena.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one says, what are the side effects of abortion? Does it make our body weak?
See, when there is abortion, firstly, that is an emotional roller coaster for anybody who's going through it. And also during that process, there is blood loss. So when there is blood loss, I wouldn't call it's massive, but there is some significant of blood loss in any kind of this thing. So out of any kind of procedure, a little bit of weakness, or breathlessness, that is all anemia related. Because of the blood loss, the hemoglobin usually decreases, it comes down. So with it, they have these things which really should not happen. So they should visit the gynae again, and usually they will supplement with some irons or some multivitamins, which can usually help for this problem.
Okay, so there are a lot of questions that have been repeated, and we have kind of answered them through our discussion. But there's another one that says that one should not stick to one type of contraceptive method for a long. Is it true?
What type of contraceptive method that person is talking about? If it is OCPs, obviously it's true. You cannot use it for 5 years, 10 years. There are better alternatives like multi-load for 10 years, right? And if they don't want only any kids and they are like they have completed their family, they can go for sterilization also. So what type of that person is talking about contraception? If that person is talking about, especially about these OCPs, then they should not take it for very long period, like maximum 3 years, that's it, not more than that.
Okay, and there's one last question. It says, I have one child and I fear going in for a permanent contraception method. But at the same time, I don't want to take pills. I don't want to insert anything inside me. So is there anything else that I can do?
See, we have either devices, we have implants, we have injectables, and we have oral pills by Enfalage. This is how we categorically just distribute. So if somebody does not want to take pills, so they can take Copper T. If not Copper T, Mirena. If there is no way that they want to use Mirena, then the only thing that is left are the usual practices that we haven't spoken about, but they are not contraceptive, as in like those methods of withdrawal while you're in for an act, or just like properly if your periods are regular, so just knowing the exact kind of dates when they can be sexually active. But these again, these are something which will not assure you that you might never get pregnant. So if you're scared of the permanent ways, and you don't want to go in for any contraception, so maintain a proper calendar about your dates, or use withdrawal methods, or use condoms, of course, like you can, yeah. Or there is, initially there were diaphragms, female condoms, which were available, and but because of the breakage, the slippage, and the size has to be taken by a proper professional to know it, and there's a certain way to insert it. So we have these things, but the only way where I think she just needs a little bit of more motivation. So a definitive consultation with the doctor should be done.
Yeah, I'm sorry, there are more questions trickling in, so I think we'll just take 2-3 quickly. Another one says, do polyps occur again if we use contraceptive?
Can you repeat the question, Charu?
Do polyps occur again if we use contraceptives?
What occur again?
Polyps.
With contraception, like she's talking about oral contraceptive pills.
Yeah, so she's
No. With oral contraceptive pills, the amount of endometrium वो परत है जो अंदर यूट्रस की बनती है, तो जब हम OCP लेते हैं तो ये एंडोमेट्रियम की परत बहुत कम बनती है, तभी जब हम ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल बंद करते हैं तो पीरियड्स कम आते हैं rather than ज्यादा आने के. तो पॉलिप जनरली और कॉजेस के पीछे बनते हैं, नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ OCP. सो बिल्कुल ही कोरिलेशन है ही नहीं इन चीजों का कि कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन और पॉलिप्स के बीच में. देयर इज नो कोरिलेशन, कोई रिलेशन नहीं है.
Okay, she's a young married girl, and she says that my husband does not like using condoms, and I am not very comfortable using the diaphragms.
Okay.
But we don't want to go in for anything that is intrusive in the body or has hormonal side effects. So what can she use?
She can take the new generations of OCPs, or jo pills hain, and your gynae, or ourselves, we always encourage and tell you that there are no side effects. The myths that we've all this while spoken about is that these new generation contraceptive pills, they do not have side effects. So if somebody feels weight gain or change of mood or any sort of problem, that it's not likely to happen. So anybody who's just married or have not they don't have plans to have a baby, so they should be taking a low dose or very low dose contraceptive pills. So OC pills is the best option for her.
Okay. So the last question, I'm sorry, the questions are just coming in. So the last is, one very sensitive to infection. How safe is using contraceptives? So I believe she has an autoimmune. No, that's another question. So
What?
I'm very sensitive to infection. So how
Okay.
safe is using contraceptives for her?
See, if she's sensitive to what type of infection, maybe she's sensitive to uterine infections. So there must be a repeated cause of infection. पहले हमें पता लगाना है कि इसको इन्फेक्शन हो क्यों रहा है इतना रिपीटेड. बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली जब हम OCP यूज करेंगे तो वजाइनल जो डिस्चार्ज होता है, वजाइनल का नॉर्मल जो फ्लोरा होता है, उसका एसिडिटी, उसका pH लेवल चेंज होता है. इन केस इन्फेक्शन है तो वो बढ़ जाएगा. ऑलरेडी अंदर मान लीजिए इन्फेक्शन है पहले से. नेक्स्ट, अगर हम IUCD ऐसे में डाल देते हैं कि वो इन्फेक्शन है उसको ऑलरेडी और हम इन्फेक्शन IUCD डाल दे रहे हैं, अगेन उसको इन्फेक्शन होने के चांसेस है. तो अगर उसको प्रॉपर चाहिए कि अब नहीं मुझे कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन चाहिए पर मुझे इन्फेक्शन होता रहता है, प्रॉपर तरीका है कि वो किसी गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट के पास जाए, पहले पता लगाए बार बार इन्फेक्शन क्यों हो रहा है, व्हाट इज द रीजन. मे बी सीमेन इन्फेक्टेड हो, हस्बैंड को इन्फेक्शन हो, कोई STD हो, सेक्सुअली ट्रांसमिटेड डिजीज हो, तो पता लगाए. और नहीं तो इफ शी वांट्स अ कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन तो डिम्पा इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन फॉर हर.
Also, having said that, somebody who's prone to recurrent infection, firstly, one should get their blood sugar levels tested,
Yeah,
and
true.
secondly, few women, very few of them but they have allergies and infection maybe because of the latex or the rubber used in condoms. So there are very few percentage of females have it. So if that is the cause, I think rightly said, one should always go get find the root cause of infection and then DMP, DIMPA.
Sure.
I think we are done with the questions now. So we hope that our episode was engaging and informative enough for you viewers. This is also Ketchup Mom's tiny steps towards picking up real women issues. After all, women's lives are much beyond deciding what diapers their kids should wear, or what creams should be used for fairness, or what dinners to be cooked in their kitchens.
Yes, and if there's any topic that you as a woman, as a mother, as a daughter, as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur, you think that this platform pick that topic and discuss it, please send it in a comment, or you can write it to us on ketchupmoms@gmail.com, and we're surely going to pick that up from there. And also don't forget to catch our live next Saturday, because we are going to be discussing about the precautions for pregnant women and the newborns during the COVID-19, the care and precautions. So thank you so much, Dr. Sonal and Dr. Ravjot.
Thank you.
I'm sure
Thank you, Shiny.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank you for having us here. These we always encourage these kind of things and getting to motivate more women to know about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.